in school. We always know where this goes. In school. In school, it's the idea
Oh, man,
like
this is gonna be a sad story.
no, not
Shit,
at all
Justin,
actually,
man.
not at all. Um,
I got my tissue ready because I've experienced Justin stories before.
no, it's not. It was just I remember. You guys are so stupid. So
Go on.
I remember basically like it was the summer school. So we had like a period of summer school before we actually went to school. So it's like, okay, you got into this school, get to meet your peers through the summer. We've done all the fun stuff where you do science experiments, where rockets all blasting up. You're like, oh my god, it's every science lesson's gonna be like this kind of thing. So then obviously we got to doing sports. So that by that time we'd all got our PE kit, so we had different colours of our different houses and whatever. So he was like,
What
okay,
did you go to fucking Hogwarts?
to be fair, not far off, man. Not far off. Without the magic. But the magic was probably present, but it was probably quite dark magic. Anyway, so we had like all different colours and whatever. So then we were doing like a round robin basketball tournament. So basically, everyone was like, it was me and another guy, and we were quite tall for our ages, innit? So all these kids are like, oh my god, you're my team. I was like, yeah. Oh my god, we're gonna win. We're gonna smash this. And I was like, yeah. Like I'd never played basketball before, like with any interest whatsoever. I've always played football. So I was basically just getting the ball, and they were getting all hyped because they're like, oh my days, we're gonna win. We got this black guy, and we got the other black guy too. And I was atrocious, and I would throw the ball whenever the ball came to me and just threw it for the hoop and missed every time. I was like, but it's so funny because you can see look at their face like, okay, cool, that was just, like it's just warming up, cool, the next one kind of thing. Yeah. So I'm there just like between like I'm just what do you call it? I'm running backwards with the ball and stuff, not bouncing, and they're like, yo, this guy doesn't know the rules. I'm like, oh no, it's a mistake. It's cool, come on, we could do this kind of thing. So I remember during that period I must have just randomly got the ball and I was just like that, yeah. And it went in, and everybody lost their minds. Like, oh my day, he's the sickest player in the world. Oh, I didn't see that there. And it was the one good thing I did, yeah. And it was all based on the idea that they just saw me. It's like, he's tall, he's black, he's gonna be good at basketball, surely.
Oh, so
And
your privilege here is the assumption that you're good at basketball.
Yeah, I'm really not. I was tall and a bit bigger, bigger than them guys, and that was it. But it felt good. It felt good to be chosen, and people looking at you go, "Right, like, oh, you must be good." I was like, "Yeah, it's a nice feeling." And then, but actually, funny enough, actually getting that basket was hilarious because it was so fluky, and I think that kind of set in their mind. They're probably quite confused. Like, he's not good, but he has moments.
Okay, so is it specifically basketball or is it good at sports?
No, basketball.
No, it's basketball. You're presumably good at basketball. They don't expect you to be able to play cricket.
Oh no!
That's not true.
Hold on, wait. West Indies.
You know that the West Indies team is good. You don't walk into a cricket field and say, "I want him." They don't look at you and they're like, they want you. They don't just assume that you play cricket.
When was the last time you did that?
When was the last time that
The last time you walked onto a field and said, "Oh, can I join while you play cricket?"
Okay, all right, okay.
Why do you think that though, Daniel? I kind of know what you mean, but why do you think that?
Because certain sports
Are black affiliated.
Are black affiliated, and the NBA is definitely one that's highly
NFL as well.
100-meter sprint.
Yeah, cricket, they're like elite sports where where
I feel like
probably
cricket
you
is
don't
one of
you, they're like you. Especially like where we are, it's not. I don't look at it as something that the regular lads were able to play or really had access to, like cricket clubs and stuff like that. That seems like an old white guy thing. Like, you don't really have access to that. Like, you might like it, you might like the idea of it, but you're not really allowed to get in. You're not allowed,
Do you know what's so funny?
Come on, the Oval's like 10 minutes down the road from me. Fucking hell.
Do you know what's so funny? I've always thought to myself that I could be the best pole vaulter in the world, but no one would ever know.
Where the fuck did that come from, sir?
Because where do you go to train?
Did you slow clap yourself?
Yeah, I did.
Freaking hell, this guy's getting confident.
But do you know what I mean? Like, where do you ever pole vault for yourself? Like, I don't even know where'd you go? Is there that pole vault school? Like, how does anyone say, you know what, you could be
Do you
good
know
at pole
what? I was
vault?
really bothered about that when I was in school because I was like, things that I thought that I might be good at, but because there was
Pole
no
vault. That's what
there was
I'm
no
talking
training
about.
for it. Yeah, I mean,
Oh wow.
I'm
Healthy.
dying over here, man. Yeah. Got my mint tea, my fresh mint leaves. Can you see that? Anyway.
Yep.
Oh man, I poured.
Oh, I was hoping you did that. I was going to say to you, let me see a little bit more.
I can't believe I did that. That's such a dickhead.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
my
you
days.
are.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, you are.